contradict each other.
And you know what we're seeing here is the weaponizing, as we've discussed, of the federal law enforcement framework against a presidential election and a presidential nominee, a candidate, which is what they wanted, which was an insurance policy to keep something from happening. So when we look at that, and this is it's a lesson for conservatives everywhere. Particular communities in this country talk about law enforcement, framing people, making up evidence, targeting individuals to get them deciding that the ends justifies the means. And a lot of people who don't go through that experience say, oh, that could never really happen. We are now seeing it happen at a federal level. So it's an education for all of us, not just at that level, but at the local level as well when it comes to what law enforcement is willing to do and the cleanup that has to happen around the country for all of us, just when it comes to who we trust and whether or not we're going to really take it seriously when there's corruption.
So you're just happy defaming the FBI, the Justice Department, anybody that's questioning President Trump. To me, this is the story again. So here we are. Oh, this means that there's nothing that the president has done wrong. President Trump is a victim.
No.
This is madness.
No, but
I mean, you have to ignore the facts on the ground.
We're just reporting the story about this guy.
No, hang on. You have to ignore the fact that Bruce Orr is an expert on Russia. You have to ignore the fact that, therefore, people like Christopher Steele would be going to Bruce Orr and saying, hey, guess what? Sally Yates just got tossed.
I
want to make sure
narcotics expert? He does narcotics cases.
No, he's
Bruce Orr had.
He's got to be honest.
But you guys, look,
on Russia.
Juan, you should be upset too because all this corruption and all this back and forth and Bruce Orr saying we're going to get caught does obscure any legitimate investigation that people maybe would have wanted to have had.
All I know
is this becomes the story that they gathered together to collude against the president.
We have the president going after Jeff Sessions, his own Republican attorney general. We have him going after. Yes,
he's not doing anything.
Right. So he's going after Rod Rosenstein. He's going after the FBI. Who else? Who isn't he going after?
All I can say is, look at this. Just
Trump
look at this.
Innocent.
Juan, just look at this. Nobody said Donald Trump is playing the perfect game so far. All we're saying is, look at the text messages and the exchanges. Look at the facts. You should be as outraged as anybody. And then pick your time when Trump is out of control and say this is out of control.
I would have a hard time finding such a moment.
Feels like this Orr is in hot water.